HyperX reflex that we showed just now was Scuba getting the 3K. His 3 of the 4 kills he got, right? But even in that one, that final kill he got into the garage and he knew where the guy was, and that hesitation gave him that opportunity. He was pre-firing coming out of that. It's like all those little things really do add up, and that is the reason why NRG just absolutely slapped on that map.
Do it. No, why did you? You should have picked the Phoenix, honestly. In this situation, like, you're feeling super good. You just had a hell of a massive team. Like, that Haven was, yes. And also, like, you know, you started on the attack. You're going to be able to set the pace for what this Lotus is going to be.
Battle of the Rookies was completely one-sided, as was map 1. Aura got diffed by Mata. I am looking so heavily to that player that was the linchpin for Giant X to turn their year around. Remember, mid-season additions into Stage 2 success, into qualification to Champions playoffs. Aura's got to be better for GX to turn it around.
All right, well, let's find out how this one shakes out. Can we get that map 3? Send it back over to Brennan Sideshow.
As interesting as it would be to see that Abyss, Giant X are going to have to do everything to try and pull their way back into it, brush off that first map, think of it as a warm-up, and just trudge on, see if they can open up strong here with a pistol round on Lotus. It's not a map that's great for them. For NRG, it's their staging ground. Some might say their home ground. Once they really get going as well with that weaponry, you're going to be going up against double Odin on the defense. Good luck with that.
Well, at the moment, NRG picking up triple Sheriff.
Yeah, that's interesting.
For their attack round pistol. So that is intriguing to see. Maybe expecting Giants to be pushing them very heavily and they can take these shots, back it up.
Toxins going up.
So they've got in store for us here. Haunt over the top. That's just dodged. Crouched down by the smoke, but still Grabinho is getting aggro, aggressive as anything now, trying to take that fight against them, not realizing that he was overwhelmed by potentially more players. So evened out, traded eventually. Ethan spotted. And with a flip of the switch. Making it feel like this is a lot of pressure coming towards A.
Ara's just taken a peek there, though, and realized that there's no bodies behind it. They're being pretty slow to rotate. Maybe he thought he got timinged.
Yeah. I'm seeing the Haunt get sent flying forwards here. Westside now going to be the one tested. That's a trip, but a head ducked down, so no open avenue that allows Westside to maybe crack a couple of heads, but
they are so fast on the flank here. Ara and Cloud
trying to make a go move for it, actually holding back onto CT. Giant X doing a decent job of just trying to vacate the premises as that nade does explode, making it really uncomfortable for NRG, and they're going to be threatened now from that flank, like we were talking about. Double dab still as that smoke drops down, Ethan knocking off their heads. Still Giant X are in control of this one. Player advantage. Stairs, a lot of damage done. One shot will do it onto the CT players, trying to make the swing out now forwards. That's damage through the wall. Westside almost going down as a result of it, but Scuba has to adjust and has to really expect multiple angles now. Does he expect this? Cloud spotting the position, the damage is done. He's already trying to run this guy down, surely. 19 HP, Cloud just needs one shot, and he'll land it. Pistol around here for Giant X, maybe a turn of the tide.
Cloud starting spitting early. They get the pistol, equalizing their round 1 in the match so far. But they are also playing, I think, with a little more confidence.
Yeah.
Robinho took that fight over towards Rubble, thinking that it was only a lurker there. He didn't realize that NRG had dodged a horn, but they were also just really fast on the flank. Very happy to contest over towards CT. Pipson with a pep talk. Might have got Giants mental in the right place.
Catch them.
Early season aid. We're working towards it though. That trip's going to get ate up by the Prowler, so Matter's not caught with it. He's got a Bucky in his hands. He is leading the charge for his team. Might be weaker weaponry, but again, this could do some serious damage. He's taking the time straight through them. The bullets are shredding them, pellets to the chest. Scuba from behind, the Classics are doing the rest. And the cleanup, oh my, it's brought down to that 1v1 in the blink of an eye.
And a single body shot here would take down Westside. Sheriff in hand for Scuba, scooped up off the floor. And Westside's wondering where this guy's coming from.
Yeah,
he knows that he was on the A-lurk. Both players expecting the other to be proactive.
Time to burn in a situation like this down to that minute. Trailing now, and like you said, both players anticipating proactivity. Westside now realizing, well, okay, might have already been onto the B side, might have even got the spike, but Westside is one now lacking a lot of information.
Yeah, if Westside goes for a little info peek to see if the spike is still down, Scuba may catch a timing on him.
Toxins
And again,
going
just
out.
one body shot needed.
30 seconds left.
Scuba's still up. He can prop the wall up and down. Sow that confusion and chaos. Keep Westside thinking, where could this be? But again, he might get their chance now as well as these players are drifting back into each other. The adjustment snap too. Scuba can't find it in time. It's Westside who puts him down and salvages that second round.
That could have been a disaster very early on then. The Giants, they've done such a good job picking up the pistol round. They're only going to keep a single Spectre into their bonus. A very early opportunity for NRG to fight back. Took everything there from Westside to be able to even get that one across the line.
Heavy damage then being done. So not even really a bonus. I mean, you're taking Sheriff's half armor into it.
Yeah, it's essentially an eco.
NRG going to be going again with that patient play. He's done them well up until this point. No reason to switch it up.
Camera taken out.
I'll be very aware of the chance that it could be a trap play. It's only Som and Mado are taking contact. They have satchels and a TP to get out in case. It is Giants who let loose, and they do have the stacks. Stack the players at least in the right place. Bodies grouped up over towards C. Maybe going for a play. What have they got to deal with this? It's a one-way. Orb's going to be dropping down. Paranoia being held for that contact. Just taken off from afar. Nade rebounding. Sees does connect. TP! Not in time. Som can't escape it, so he will go down, and that might just be a gun donated. Grabinho, here's your chance. Here's your time to shine. What a shot. Immediate with the adjustment. Immediate with that macro aim. Still Scuba is there with a cleanup. Claws it back into the favor of NRG now. They can get a bit of a move on over towards A, but they did give up guns in the process.
They know that Cloud and Arrow were pretty far away, but Cloud has made good timing over to defend the A
30
side.
seconds left.
And with the Spectre, 26 HP, barely sees Matter in time, and he can't quite adjust his own aim. So, dropped down, brought down Arrow now with that rifle. Looks to do work of it, but it's a 1v3 that he's dealing with.
It'll be a huge round to win.
There's too many angles as well to clear. Just in pit, it's going to be Scuba who takes that peek and contact first. The head rolls off the shoulders, so will be that conversion here. A little bit of damage being done there by Giants. Managed to get 2 of the kills.
Yeah, it's not a terrible round, but at the same time, allowed Scuba to get the ult online, so Giants now have got to be fairly proactive, and they have been actually. They've been challenging around the map so far, looking to try to take the fight to NRG, trying to make it tough for Ethan to find the gaps in the defense. And now they've got an op in the hands of Arrow. It's also looking like they've got the stack behind it as well. 3 players with the op at Mound. Looking for the jump peak.
Yeah. One way and a smoke propped up in front of it. It'll be difficult for Arrow to pass his way through most of that. And again, he does have the backup to raise some util for him.
Toxin screen down.
Stray shots on the other side. B entirely open for the taking.
The tap on the door, though, stops you from feeling super good about going into that B pivot, because Cloud is now clearing all of this out on a timing, just as Ethan was starting to take a bit of that space and think about a B split. He swaps spots with Brock and goes over to see if they can put some pressure on Westside.
Camera taken out.
Trying to get the slow move over towards that A site. Now, listen, bodies are reinforcing this. Giants, the players in position. Door's going to be broken for them. Prowler now to clear this one, looking for that B pivot and split into it with Brock containing that B main control. Completely maneuvering away and around the way that these Giants players are trying to put a stop to it. The pit drop down now. This is becoming an impossibility. To retake into this one, you need a couple of kills to be claimed to your name if you want to have another go. Looking for that re-clearance. Over towards a Rubble. Catches the contact onto Mana, and he's going to be overwhelmed just from that. Bit of a delay there with a double peek, but he gets the job done nevertheless. No
Spam
even going to be committed. Yeah, potential spam now. Find their way in, but again, retaking with the operator into this. This dire stuff. With that horn forwards, Ethan holds the line and holds the ground down. 3 in a round, 4 of an Arrow wants no piece of this.
Very well called again here by Ethan. Really safe in terms of how they took that B main space. Ethan and Brock working that slowly and putting the pressure over towards A, pivoting into B, and making sure you play to your win condition, which is Scuba's ult. Giants, the only way they were winning that was by getting that pick, popping the Cypher ult, and seeing if they could get some spams off it, and they didn't find anything. Players lit up inside the pit, but bullets dodged. And especially when Grabinho goes down like that, it's just not going to be possible to make a retake work. All of these pivotal rounds NRG are one step ahead.
They're calling there. Very aware of where Giants were trying to end over towards. Already looking like similar signs over towards Haven, just making sure that they are fluid. Vast, really the way that they're trying to end onto this one, but that Odin, oh my god, it's decay damage and a little bit chipped down to Ara. It's going to be low. Feeling the heat from this one, still with a weaker buy. It was only the operator saved into it, so Sheriff's in the hands of the rest of the squad. They're looking to see if they can do some damage here. Cloud sees it. Prowler, signs of life, gives it up. A lot of space now, looking to concede with that rolling retreat. He needs some help. Grabinho looking to help him out with a fast flood back in. That's a TP into the corner. This is aggro as anything, but it's cleaned up anyway. Som, quick snap, 180. Making sure to avenge Scuba's life. Vulnerability applied. Giants have got bodies and players in position to do some damage, potentially with the spam. This plans. Ethan looking like he maybe wanted to go for the stick, but that sees, second guesses it. All being held down, though. Open sight lines. Actually cut off. Mada adjusts. Just rips Cloud out of the server. Forced back to the spectator seat for now. That nade greening up and over. Same methodical nature that we saw from the first map. Carries its way into this round here. Could have been dangerous for NRG, but it looks like they've got everything managed.
Every play that Giants go for, NRG have an answer for.
Yeah.
I like what Grabinho cooks, going for that on an eco round where you TP into the corner. Yeah, there's a chance that it really works, and at the very least, you're going to slow down the attackers. But he only gets one, Som's ready for it, and then even the C's nade that comes through afterwards. There's just a lot of patience being played by NRG. They dodge it, reset, hold the angles, and get the punish. Ara's been stuck in a position now, retaking and having to save, not even in a spot where he can help out his team. And this snowball is going to keep going for NRG. Look at the ults that they have to work with.
It's too many.
It's very simple here for Ethan to be able to come up with a plan that wins them the round when he has a showstopper and a fade ult, compared to Giants having nothing on the other side. And I say that not to discredit Ethan, because I think that he's doing a great job with the calling too. I just mean, you get yourself into a spot like this, and it's easy to keep on winning. It's tough to stop the momentum that the attackers can get in some of these moments. The Giants are going to try to challenge Mound by the look of it. That's their answer.
Flash immediately being broken. It looks like NRG don't really want to hard commit, hard play into this, but even that deep trip layered down by Westside. Once they gain control towards it, Ara trying to reinsert himself back onto the line. Has assistance just to break some of the util in case it does fly forwards. This is very aggro from him. Hasn't been able to play the game recently in his past few rounds. Prowler will have to be respected. The rest of NRG looking to flood in all the way up the backside of it now with that boombot being broken. That's a paranoia. Does catch.
They're not thinking about Cloud.
Not thinking about Cloud, yeah. Just wrapped his way to the side there. Open himself up. Showstopper committed, but Cloud beams him down regardless. Too many targets to account for. Matter don't really know which way to look, and now it just leaves it down to Broken Ethan. 2v5.
Not ready yet.
Open side on C, but he's still going to make a go for it. Why not? Money, business is booming. You don't really care about losing the guns.
I must wait.
Thorns down.
Shouldn't be around the Broken Ethan coming out though. If this was on Haven, I wouldn't bet against him.
Now for Ethan, needs to be covered.
30 seconds left. Fight planted.
Odin in the hands of Brock. Nightfall now going to be built up. That's going to be committed though on the defender's side. Giants want to use this one now with a paranoia. Brock's forwards trying to aggro fight. And look at that. I mean, the Odin just tearing him to shreds. Two players removed, but the trade is intact. Now left down to that 1v3. Too much for Ethan, the IGL.
Big investment there, utilizing the fade ultimate in a 5v2 to close things out.
Maybe feeling like they have to.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at the round differential so far across the match. Ethan immediately with some words for the rest of the team. I don't know whether he'd be more bothered about the way that they contested Mound or reclear towards Rubble. They really did not expect Cloud to be tough there. Ara dragged so much attention toward himself and keeps the operator. Grabinho keeps the Odin.
I need this.
And Mada's showstopper was so ambitious.
Yeah.
The chance of that working was low, but all right.
This goes here.
I respect it, I suppose. Still Giants a round away from getting, or at least a couple of kills away from getting some of these massive ults online.
broken early. NRG just disrespecting most of this util, but they're going to be going straight into the Odin. But they know how this one plays out. 944 was that Paranoid will not save you. It's Ethan fully leading the charge there. Bullet to the dome. Grabinho no more. Backside control now looking to be gained. That's Matter blinded up by his own team, but it matters not. Ethan as well going to be filling in the gaps to ensure that any stragglers are accounted for.
Flickless goes for a solo challenge when his team aren't trying to flood. Leaves NRG in a 5v3.
Going to be looking to save once more. You don't want to be playing a retake into it. This operator has just been cursed heirloom for them. I mean, carrying it from round to round, but Ara's constantly having to play retake with it.
Well, this is also slowing down Ara's ult generation enormously, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he had a showstopper in his back pocket, maybe you could play some slightly more aggressive positions, because you can bail yourself out. But he just hasn't even been in a lot of these fights. Still building up to his first ultimate here. But NRG deserve a lot of credit for the way that they deal with, for example, Grabinho contesting towards Tree. He's doing all the right stuff, you know, he's taking a bit of pressure, throws out a paranoia, expects to be able to escape. But NRG have got so many players posted looking to punish. This is quite similar to what we saw in Haven. Oh, come on, that's ridiculous.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay.
I expected there to be teammates helping out with that one. I thought Ethan just got the credit for the kill, but that's just unlucky.
Oh, this system like this goes here.
Enough money earned up though, GiantX. Those guns saved. They can invest, buy up into this. To put a stop to NRG before they really get going. Keep over the top there. Now that's not going to cover the box, but it's not quite a problem for them.
Not a huge issue, and it'll allow Brock to come and pick up this ult orb, so he'll get the Steel Garden online, which is a massive tool that they can use on basically any of the sites. I suppose going back over towards A, you'd be worried about the op, but the Viper Wall is so good for making Ara's life a nightmare over there. It's actually harder to hold, I would argue, with an op than it is with a rifle against the Viper setups.
Yeah, a lot to constantly have to adjust for here. Prowler not dodged. Broken late. See what that does here for Giants in terms of where they're placing a couple of these players.
This position, you can see over the wall, but it's possible to get timinged. We'll see if Ethan and Scuba commit to this one. Ara would love to get a kill out of this.
Yeah, he's unscoping all over the place here. Doesn't really want to be completely locked in, drilled into the one angle. Over towards A, though, he will be getting his chance.
Sometimes the Viper Wall actually obscures the players.
30
We'll find
seconds
it. We'll
left.
see what it looks like here. Ara, hold on, sees it now. Yep, and now with that tactical to try and escape, he realizes that across the position, might still be looking to do a bit more damage though. A door opens up, and it's going to be that B pivot. Got Matter inserted into B main, looking to make moves now with that Steel Garden. It's going to push all of these GiantX players out of the vicinity, but he might be in a position to potentially punish here. Caesar does catch. Horn has to be dealt with here, but that wall just disrespected. Pushed over it, especially with brought down and out, but a sheer still splits them up. Som in a spot to really contest. Just hanging off to the edge of this smoke. These players, and then the Wiser towards it. It's running and gunning by Cloud to eventually get that trade online, bringing it into that 2v2. Ethan spraying, 8 bullets left. Cloud contests. Does win it out now. Scuba though. Late stage backstab and just a little bit of bait made it. So they weren't aware of his spot, but now revealed. Arrow, half of the defuse, full sticking, sticking the Scuba. Knows the timing intimately with the back of his hand. The swing to punish gives NRG a 2-round lead.
Great internal clock. He wasn't required too much on Haven. He went 4-4, I think, across the entire map. But here, he really has been an important pivotal player, winning a big Red Bull clutch for the team. And finally giving Ara his ultimate. It's got to be tilting, being Ara. He wants to take fights, and he's never been offered early engagements with the op.
Yeah, hamstrung by it.
Get him a rifle back in his hand and start looking to contest space with it more.
Open default by NRG, no changes here. Just been making sure to break the util. Hold on. Yeah, that's a Caesar connects and shot landed by Cloud.
Yeah, Scuba getting up into a deep position at rubble. As soon as that door's opened, he realizes he's in trouble.
Picks up a gun. West side, if he can do some damage here, might be the difference maker again, but that nade just sails straight past him.
And the Odin spam is so good.
We're safe to stand.
Rourke is a genius with this thing. Makes it sing like a musical instrument.
Big goals to use if they choose to do it, but Giant X, I think, need a few more kills if they want to contest. Flickless past it, triggers that sheer wall up. Som holding deep now. And Smoke available to make sure he can play in. Cut them off before he can really get going. As a showstopper is committed, Ethan is going to be no longer the war, but again, not anticipating the Som's in that spot. TP behind you, the personal kid, and he's right in your minds, and that is another round win by NRG, 6-3.
Even when they need a bit of pizzazz to close the round out, Som's there with it. Ara just dropped into his lap. Goes 1-for-1 with the showstopper, but no space really created. What a play. Seized up as well, so no audio cues.
Yeah, we're doing match plays. Yeah, we're doing match plays.
I must hold together.
Miserable timeout here for Giants.
Still trying to find a way back in here. This is a very aggro play. Sees going to be definitely avoided. That's a deep push out towards it, but how do you trade out the Odin? Brock locks down the avenue. There will be no fight in them. Cloud so holds his ground down towards it, but again, they've just been dismantled. The aggro squeeze play called for by Giant X.
And they know that both players are over there. As soon as that Cypher roll gets popped, they realize that Westside is no longer on A. They might be overcooking things slightly here, though.
I'll find you.
They thought about going for the straight-up A pivot, and then hesitated. So now Westside is actually in a position to win this round.
And a spot to contest. See what he can get done currently, sitting at 10-7.
Cage trigger.
Feeling like maybe he does have to take matters into his own hands, but he's not clearing that corner, not clearing that side, and Brock lying in wait.
Dropping spike.
Hasn't slowed down, has he?
He is destroying people with this weapon.
Spiked it.
I'm glad Bonkar was talking about how difficult it is to use the Odin as well. Because it really does benefit you from putting a lot of time into the gun. Cloud with a huge amount to do here, and Brock's just the first one he's going to have to challenge.
Yeah, Thorns down onto the spike. Matter spotted onto that jump peak. Realizing he can't even play for it.
He's not even going to go for it. Yeah, it makes me feel better for picking up the Odin in my rank games and sucking with it.
Yeah, sure.
It looks like an easy weapon until you realize
you
you have to learn 20,000 lineups on every map and visualize spatially where people are when you can't see them.
It's tough. Got to put the server time in.
Yeah.
Start messing around on Yoru, popping up clones through the walls, trying to see what the silhouette looks like.
Brock makes it look easy though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He's on the hunt again.
He's not going to get his target.
He's not playing for the KD though. Nice to see.
Does give Cloud his ult.
Yeah, but Matter also got his in this round too, so I think they'll be perfectly fine with that.
How do you trade that?
Yeah.
Enemy remaining.
Giants tried to swap something up and go for an aggressive set play. Sees nade up over the top. See if he can follow it. And just run into the blender.
It's disgusting work.
Oh, this is a nice. This goes here.
4-round lead. It's being built up steadily.
Yes.
Inevitably at this point here for NRG. They are in complete control.
This goes here.
Still able to put together a bit of a buy. Prowler gone. Again, that pushback occurring as a heavy stack of bodies from Giants over towards this C-mount area. The boom bot will be broken. Not making it feel like, okay, well, I could still be hanging around, but no. Now the call's being made. Everybody pivot over towards A.
Every time Giants have too much resistance on Mound, NRG are feeling it out perfectly. Never overcommitting.
So, does have to respect that. Giants are moving players into the right position here. With a Tramwise, maybe you can slow them down. Nightfall now going to be used, committed, off to the side. Try and make some moves, but that's an ult committed on either side. Matter with that showstopper, looking for targets. Sees no bodies. Flickless is forward, but doesn't anticipate Som's position. Got a handle on absolutely everything here. Adjusting in time. And Odin spray down. Brock sends Rubinho packing.
Oh, pretender to the crown. You haven't put in the hours that Brock has.
No, just I mean, listen, it's hard. It's hard to hold down mouse one in that spot.
It's not the most skilled matchup in the world, the Odin versus Odin, is it? But it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
This is brutal. If you only tuned in for Champs playoffs, as we watch Cloud try to save his gun, if you only tuned in for these playoffs, you might be looking, thinking, EMEA Keg W, what is this team up to? You know? But Giants, this is a map that took, they took a map off Paper Rex. They looked superb in their dismantling of Sentinels. They have earned their spot in the playoffs.
For sure.
And they're out here getting mangled.
Remaining.
Absolutely twisted.
Wow, Brock. That's what I'm talking about.
It's
Competition's getting heightened. And
it's way too easy out there for NRG.
It is, yeah. I mean, we're seeing this as well, evident. I was wondering when this Giant X train was going to stop really rolling, I guess, because at this point, I was on board with them. I was like, okay, well, as much as they've got new players unfamiliar with the really biggest stage in the game, they're putting out the results. They made it through groups. They had really close results against some of the top teams that we've got in this tournament. But here, it seems like the pressure of that stage is finally becoming realized, and it's a little bit too much for them.
It does feel like there's some mental component going on here, but I think it's also Giants, what I've loved about them is they feel like they're in their own bubble where they're just playing their own game. It doesn't matter who they're playing against. They still run the same style, the same strats. They don't shift too much and think about what their opponents are doing, but they've run into a brick wall today. And it's not been on their attack side.
No, it hasn't been the iron wall of NRG.
It's been NRG never opting into the team fights that Giant X want to take. Yeah, how many times have we seen Giant X trying to force some big fight over towards Mound, and NRG just back it up? Same thing on Haven. Giant X wanted to fight over A lobby on the A site, and NRG mostly didn't give them the opportunities they wanted. I think it's been a very intelligent game today coming out from Ethan, Bonkar, Strong, the other people involved in the brain trust over there at NRG.
At this point, I just have to sit down and face it at NRG. They've really stepped up their own attack side calling.
Absolutely.
Used to talk about it as that limiting factor. Hello, Mana! Outlaw and handed that open avenue and angle. Makes full usage of it.
A great anticipation. A great anticipation that Giant X were doing a Mound into that door tap. They've done this C defensive default quite often, and Mada's ready for it.
Now forward again. An aggro play for the final round of this half.
Great anticipation again there from Ethan, jump spotting that corner.
Jump spot paranoia off to the side, Prowler in your face. Too much to really contend with whatsoever. Flickless, that's your turn, but again, you're going to be meeting that triple face. Does well to adjust, and at least ISO potentially one of the fights, but traded out. Steel Garden.
It's perfection.
Overlapped, it is. And NRG are playing like it. Poetry in motion. The way they're moving, always making sure to take fights together, always making sure to trade. And always one step ahead of the game plan. It's up to Westside. Guardian, hit in your face. 1v3 retake. I want to believe, and maybe kills like that gets a little bit easier. Still, 5 bullets left, and you've got to try and find a few more past that point. Som holding his ground and holds down that line of scrimmage. 9-3 for the half here. NRG, they haven't slowed down.
No, they haven't. Giants are going to have to come out with an utterly ridiculous attack half, recover the mental, get Aura online. So many things need to go better for them, because at the moment, it is perfection from the NRG camp.
Let's get back to it then. Here at the half, 9-3 for NRG, and 2 of the rounds that Giants to get off the back of the pistol and the follow-up.
Well, they're going to need another one of those, aren't they? But they also just need a complete shift
And I felt like they came into this map with that shift. They came in aggressive, taking fights.
Yeah.
Looking like they weren't phased by the 13-1 loss.
But I think it's so, I mean, look at here, the Coinbase Econ report, and look at Ara at 18. That's because he was just sat there with an op
the whole
for
time.
half of his rounds at least, having to save. And of course, Brock on the other side, who we're going to highlight.
Take another look.
Yeah, because it's
number is big.
I mean, he's getting worse though from map to map, isn't he? He keeps getting worse.
Well, that's right. Listen, if they make it to the finals, he might be pieing. You're right, Josh.
This
got a lot to worry about.
Compared to what he did on Haven, this is it's some crap.
Yeah.
No, it's obviously he has just been having a dominant game.
Yep.
An utterly dominant game.
Again, it goes without saying. Round 13, so damn important. I feel silly saying it, really, at this point, but there's always ways in. Listen, game's never finished.
No, and I think that Giants, if they can get some of their big execs working and NRG, I don't know, take their foot off the gas.
The pray for it. Draw. Oh my, okay. Not going to be getting away with the same funny business on Haven. That 4-piece Sheriff in hand. He's swiftly overwhelmed. Now Scuba's the one to try and hold this one back, but what that util? Forced to drift away. Ethan has a timing to be taken. Making straight through that smoke as well. Now the shot's going to be rattled. And tap in there with a ghost, but Haunt reveals, and he's just trying to dodge and juke, making sure he doesn't get spammed down in the process. Players arriving now towards it. That TP, or at least the plant, is at least planted down, but that near sight just floods all the way through. Giant X trying to hold on to this one. It's a defending the smoke from Som layered down to try and get him into the action. And so much damage done to these Giants players. Chewed down to barely anything at all. Single bullet and a swift breeze is enough to do them in at this point. Som himself low. And that 2v2 could come down to these heroics. Scribinio finds it, and one shot surely will do him in. Scuba, 3 bullets left. Drifting around, trying to hunt down those sight lines, spotting where the players are. Again, either side is weak, and it comes down to the individuals. Time ticking, though, on that spike. And Scuba has to get a move on, and Giants X in control of it. So, not done yet.
The first of many necessary rounds on the board there for Giant X. And they came in with a good game plan. Overwhelmed Brock instantly, who was choosing a very aggressive way of defending there. And then good damage with a nade that pushed Scuba out of the sight. I think Giants have got good ideas. But NRG were constantly avoiding getting caught by them when NRG were attacking. Now, they have to defend the site, right? In some sense, they do have to take those engagements that Giant X are going to force.
Play on the eco. Spotted out there by Giant X. They want nothing to do with it. The orb is going to be given up and conceded, so concede them, prioritizing Matter's ult. As per usual.
I don't think I could mentally handle Thrifty here. Mentally handle, sorry.
Yeah, it'll be a tough one. Giant X need to navigate it cleanly. Have to see that. Door opened up. Oh, they're being wrapped from behind. Trip though. Weird one.
You can't jump that one.
I was thinking about it.
What's he got, the Fosbury flop?
Yeah, maybe.
He's not got that. You don't have hops like that, Matter.
Considering it.
They're lining up enormously on the staircase to try to punish somebody who might be coming back around.
Yeah.
It's so nerdy.
The quadruple high-low. Don't see that much.
Well, I think you can be fairly confident it's not going back into a B pivot now. And so, as you hear noise on A, you can start stacking a bit more.
Yeah, Ethan hearing a TP, hearing all the presence. Like you said, you can start stacking the players flooding in, but not in a position to really spell it out, play spoiler towards them. Stifles might be contesting early here. We'll see how this one goes. Flooding with the classics forwards is the fight to be taken. Matter, no way, no way. It's not like this, man. Useless in the face of him. You can't be getting away with it, NRG. Giant X, just when they think they have a brief rest, a respite from it. They don't. NRG, they follow the sound cues. They win the fights out just with pistols.
There's a wry smile on Cloud's face because he knows that this one's just gone horrible.
Get out of here. And honestly, the kills could not have gone to a worse player as well if you're Giants.
Yeah, Marta's one away from Showstopper on the defense side. That's horrendous, isn't it?
Everything's gone wrong. Everything has gone wrong.
Today is just not Giants' day.
What are you guys doing? What are you
guys doing?
I
do like the way that NRG played that, though. The quad stack over towards B, you don't see any player B main. You know it's finishing A, and they come out and are forced to fights together, playing off each other.
Over the top here, sees, and holding down the ground with the bullets. to respect that one, though, with a TP back over towards Tree.
Arrow looking like he wants to start the lower bracket already.
Yeah, just sent it, didn't he? 2 and 11.
He's had a nightmare of a game here.
Really tough.
A lot of it because he couldn't find any fights with his op. Had to play retake, so quite a lot of it on the defense side. Not exactly his fault, but man, getting him online is a huge win condition. And at the moment, the duelist diff is enormous.
There's the ult turn. Mort spots it, reveals them all up and beamed from every single angle. 11-4, NRG have dinner reservations. Somewhere in the city, might take a while to get there.
How many people, after watching Americas recently, had NRG MIBR be in an upper semi-final? Now that is bizarre.
Certainly does not. My bracket though was broken immediately.
Well, of course, of course. But yeah, today, both of the EMEA teams that we've been watching just haven't been able to find their footing whatsoever, but Giants especially. Every disaster befalling them.
They've got to showcase some grit now. Real resilience.
Armada didn't even have to use a showstopper in the previous round.
No. Up against the buy now Giant X, it could be exactly what they ordered.
They're being so proactive. They were already taking a rubble fight, fully cleared B main, and have got a triple stack on C.
Fully following those sound cues. Arrow's up and above, but again, he won't get anything done, and that's showstopper! Short work of Grabinho. Goodbye.
It is immaculate from NRG.
Good night.
They have got a complete read on what Giants are doing. Like I said, they got info on 3 different parts of the map there.
They're just chasing them around the map, off the sound cues.
Yeah.
Rourke sees the traces, he's like, okay, well, I've got the bigger gun, so...
Yeah.
Not going to be win against that if you're trying to spam out through the smoke. Westside and Cloud are just, yeah, it's that moment. We've all been there in the ranked games. I'm just going to sit and spawn, I'm going to flick around my weaponry and inspect the knife.
And think about...
what's for dinner.
Yeah, maybe your next match. I mean, again, a crazy game down in the lowers as well. If it continues like this, you've got Giants playing against Heretics. One of the EMEA teams
left.
guaranteed to go home. Giants, they just haven't been in the game at all today. It would be a remarkable, unbelievable 8 rounds in a row to get this back to OT. I can't see it. And we've seen some mad comebacks already at Champs, but maybe none would be as remarkable as this one.
10 seconds left.
NRG just get to sit here and run the clock down. If you follow the way that Mada pathed on this round, he threw utility and was ready for a rubble fight. Within 5 seconds, he was immediately ready to follow a Prowler and push out B main.
Yep.
And then when he realized the Prowler didn't see anything, he's running over towards C and flood defending with his showstopper.
Just knife out.
And way, way ahead of Giants, like making decisions way quicker.
Look at a complete read on the way that Giants are trying to play, because obviously Giants feeling frustrated.
Yeah.
They want to get something done. They want to try and get the ball rolling. So they're going into these fast plays. They're not taking it slow, steady. But NRG have the read on it. They are always on top of it.
And this, I'd love to tell you that this is where there's the big difference between experience and rookies. Both of these teams have 3 rookies.
Right, the desk was highlighting that.
Now, I think there is less experience on the Giants rookies, but it shouldn't lead to results quite like this.
Yeah.
NRG, though, titanium mental. Some of the comebacks that they made in their previous games against EDG and DRX. Some of the best you've ever seen. 11-2 comeback on Abyss. Giants, though, like I said, need 8 in a row here against that team. They need to harvest some of the resilience shown by their opponents.
No real ults to work with on the side of Giant X now. All grouped up, 5 alive over towards C.
Som also fully in control of this area, so they can pull reinforcements from B whenever they like.
As you see the presence, that's a snake bite. How the hell is Westside going down to that? Some form of damage from Prior. Bullets lay it down into him, and Ethan is happy to concede and give up most of this space. You've already got the pick, there's no reason to take it one step further.
And Giants not fighting for extra control, not pushing spawn or waterfall.
The tap, now an attempt to punish Grabinho. Hello! He's entered the server. Plan could go down now with no more problems, and that's an ult earned up. Cloud lets it loose. Absolutely everything to try and keep them into it. Nightfall scatters just the one tag. Stomp forwards now. Spraying them down. Kind of looking for the reposition as that door opens up. Trying to threaten that they could be approaching from multiple directions there. That Paranoia also sweeping, and Giants have got their backs against the walls. The shots need to be landed, and landed they will. Damage done. Grabinho is the one to stand up. In a round like this, keeps his team alive and active.
Forcing those draw Dry, sorry, fights over towards Waterfall. Here's that kill as it happened. Westside already low, takes the decay, dies to the snake bite. But it's these couple from Gravino that make the difference. Two really sharp shots with the Vandal.
My God, do they need it.
Yeah, 8 chances to close out this match, goes down to 7. Get your pens out. And the double Odins come out to play, Brock and Som. This is the classic from NRG.
Yep. Spamming them down, A is just unavailable. And what you can take into it.
A pit?
A pit in a rumble fight. I've seen it all.
That's a crazy one.
That's got to force an instant reaction now, but again, Giants are just tep about it.
It frees up 3 players to go and defend B, which is where Giants were looking to put the pressure. And they're worried and slow because they're thinking, could there be a Vice Wall at front B? We can't just run in willy-nilly. Again, NRG completely in control. And I don't think they even needed the pit to lock this area off. They're already doing fine with just some jump spotting it earlier.
Forwards. Hello. Oh my God, that's a lot of damage, and he knows who's going for it. The jump spot and trying to punish for that wall, but these players are being turned into mincemeat. Down into the choke point, Som with 2, TP into the back lines. This is Grabinho looking to make a play. This team on his back once more. Has to be the case if they're to survive here in his upper quarters. Plants, tapped, hello. Brock's a bit asleep at the wheel there. Westside's being handed an opportunity. It's a 3v3.
Mini-map moment, maybe? Didn't have his eyes on the prize.
We said it was going to take moments from NRG taking a foot off the gas to let Giants back in, but again, Grabino asked to do the most. The trading has been impeccable from NRG, and it's no different here in a round like this. Trying to take it into the final few moments. Westside have a lot of damage done, still dishing it out. Scuba trying to creep his way back into the fight. Will be shut down. So Giants now, 6 rounds, 6 chances.
Yeah.
You know the spiel.
Putting together a couple of big moments here, and I like the ult from Grabino. He takes heaven control very decisively in this spot. It looked like Som had done enough. I also think, yeah, that's unlucky. Something strange going on there for Brock.
Let's try, boys. Let's try. Yes,
either looking at the minimap or looking at one of his cooldowns or something like that. And Brock just with the 1 Odin now. Steel Garden to play with as well. You've got to stop Flickless from getting onto sites. Giants start the round by going rubble.
All NRG need is the 1. Catch on the west side. Backs himself up, but the door opened wide, so B completely cleared.
The cage will slow NRG down a little. There is a window here for them to push into A.
Thorns. Slow down the approach again. Brock is quite hyper-committed as a Steel Guard he's going to be using. Now the sidearm's already 3 aims and equipped, but inside that smoke again. Popping around with a swordie in hand. It is Cloud who hunts him down. Throwing that blood in the water, and he just even it out. So now 4v4. To the road, if Giants can get onto the site, a pit could be exactly what they wanted in a spot like this. Now we're seeing an ult from Som, looking to really contest and reinforce up towards A's on that high ground perch. Watching for it. Haunt immediately dealt with. Pit is going to be down, but Arrow's already down for the count. That's a seize and a nade. All concatenated now up with that paranoia, and there is no chance in the world for Cloud. This is surely it. The spike out into the open. No chance whatsoever. Giants going to be sent straight down to the lowers, and NRG. No messing around from them.
They came to play today. NRG from the very beginning looking to dismiss these ideas of slow starts. And Flickless just playing for extra time on that big stage because there is no hope here in the 1v4.
NRG. Every single player on top form, every single idea going wrong. They have been on top of it all, and now they are sailing further forwards in that uppers, and they send Giants all the way down.